Hey, what's up guys? I'm back and I'm going to introduce to you officially my '03 BMW M3. And here it is. We're going to try to give a pretty good look at it. It is an '03. It does have some miles on it. It has roughly the same miles as my '04 did when I sold it. It is, for the most part, totally stock. There are some things here and there, like you'll probably notice right away, the black kidney grills. And you probably also noticed, well, maybe you might have noticed it's got some angel eyes in there as well. Walking around this side of the car. Anybody pick up that it's lowered? Yeah. You can see it's got a drop on it. So it does have KW variant 3s. There we go, that looks better. Get that circular polarizer working. So it does have KW variant 3s. As far as performance goes, that is the only thing that's done to this car. And I definitely need to raise it up a bit. I think the fronts, I might raise a 1/4 inch or so, but the rear is pretty slammed, and I definitely want to take out some camber, because it is going to be a daily driver. All right, let's take a look some more. All right, let's start with the wheels. So you can see that the wheels have a good amount of curbing on them, and that's just for starters. From far back, the wheels look pretty good, but up close you can see some of that around the center. This one has some curbing right there. And this wheel is actually not too bad compared to the others. And I would venture to say that this back wheel here is probably one of the better ones. It's got a little bit down here, some slight marks on that side, but overall pretty good. Walking around to the back of the car, it's got these smoke taillights I'm not a fan of. It does have the lip. The BMW emblem is looking pretty right. Exhaust is stock. Could be cleaned up a little bit. But the wheels on this side, this is the one that's got some, it's at the bottom there, you can't really see it. I should have parked it in another direction. The lips here, yeah, you see that? Looks like it's got a little bit of a clear, but through the grass, damn it, let me try on this side. There you go. You can see that it's got maybe curbed at some point. Possibly the wheel's straight, but there's definitely a nice chunk missing out of it. And then on this side, this wheel is pretty good. What isn't good is the tires. They are destroyed. So there's no state inspection on this right now because the tires will not pass at all. The rear passenger side is just almost corded. You can't really see here, but it's pretty bad. But I did find a solution for that. So earlier today, I picked up another set of wheels with tires. So the same wheels, a lot better condition as you can see here. These came off of an M3 with 40,000 miles, and the guy had just put on the brand new Firestone Indy 500s, which, you know, wouldn't be my first choice, but reading into them, they seem like a very good tire for the price. So we're gonna try them out. So we got those and these. This is the front one right here. The other one we were just looking at was the rear, so you can really tell the difference in concavity. Check this out though. You know, I never really paid much attention to these forged 19-inch wheels, but the more I look at them, man, it's a really nice wheel. Showing off the detail there. Full polished. I used to hate on them, but not anymore. It's probably because I just really liked the 18s at the time. I still like the 18s. Oh, hey, check it out. My 96 GT, and I got a dyno NSX back there. Yeah, I own an NSX. All right, so more on the M3. I'm going to open it up in just a second. The paint, it needs a good detail. It could probably pop with a little bit of detail work. But when I first got it, man, there was this goo all over. I don't know if you can see the windows here, if that'll focus. Come on, focus. No? Focus. Try to focus. Come on. It's getting the house. There we go. And I see all the spots around the window there. I mean, that'll all come off. I've got this method of using a razor blade with, what's the stuff I use? Invisible glass, I think. And it takes it right off. You can kind of see there the smudges on the window. I missed some stuff at the bottom. I was kind of in a rush yesterday. But the windows were all covered. I got the front done. But you can even see like right here. Let me zoom in. Does it show up? Come on, zoom. You can see all the little marks right there. Whatever was on the windows is also all over the paint. So I need to find somebody that is a good detailer, because I don't really trust myself. I mean, I know I can do it. I just, it would probably come out bad. There we go. Okay. And look at that. Almost a new key. Thing is, it needs to get programmed, because it's not programmed right now. So I've got two keys. This one's almost new, but I have to open the doors manually until I get them both programmed. All right. So it's black. It is black. Black on black. Whoever had it kept fairly good shape of it, but there are certain things on these cars that you just see some wear. So yes, it is SMG, just like my old one. You guys are gonna hate. Call me crazy. I like SMG. And I didn't have any issues with the SMG in my other car, and I had it for, I think, 60,000 miles? No, 50,000 miles, something like that. No SMG problems. Knock on wood. I hope I don't experience any here. So, miles. It's got 150,000, 150, what does it say? 153 and change. Not going to tell you what I paid for it yet, but 153 and change. If you guys are familiar with the E46s, you'll know that the material on the doors here like to peel. So somebody took these off, and I can't tell if it's plasti dip or a rattle can job or what, but it's kind of grungy. I mean, it's clean, but it's just, it doesn't look good. So that's going to get replaced. Door sill's good. The leather on the seats is showing some wear. You know, it does have 150,000, so no big surprise there. So that's the interior. It is missing. What's it missing? Oh, I've already ordered one of these switches here from eBay, and that should be coming pretty soon. I don't know if we can zoom in here. This piece fell off. I think this is just the motion sensor for the car. Probably fine without it. It is unfortunately a sunroof car. I hate sunroofs. I'm probably going to try to find a panel for it, especially if I can find a non-sunroof headliner. Those are expensive, hard to come by. So we'll see. So there is something else that I do want to know about this car, and it's probably one of the reasons why I got it as cheap as I did. When I start it, normally with SMG, you turn the two accessory on, pull the transmission down into the zero or neutral. Let me turn off all the fans. By the way, all of the displays work on this. No pixels outed. No out pixels. So let me show you what's wrong. Okay, so this is what kind of worried me when I got the car. Now, before I bought it, the guy said that there was no lights on, and this is a pretty reputable seller, so I had to keep that in mind, just from who he is, and that he wouldn't want to be trying to do stuff to really to impact his name. The day that I was going to get it, he was going to deliver it to me and claim that the brake light, the tire pressure light, and the cog light for the SMG had come on the dash. There's no check engine light or anything like that, and the car drives and shifts perfectly fine. By the way, that SMG knob is pretty much new. It looks fantastic. The steering wheel, you can see what I was talking about earlier, not so much. Anyway, digressing. The lights on the gauge are on the cluster are on. The cog light's the big worry. The tire pressure, brake, and DSC. And when we ran the codes, one that came back was for the Matco tool said acceleration, not the yaw sensor. It might end up being a yaw sensor. It's like an acceleration sensor. I think it's one of the ones underneath of the seat. However, the guy swore that he put on another set of M3 wheels, drove it, and the lights went away. So maybe it is just something as simple as the speedometer or the tire size tires being so worn in the rear that it just tripped it, and it needs to have the other ones on to go away again. I don't know. So when I put those on, we're gonna see what happens. But in any case, the car does drive fine right now. I just got to check out. Hopefully that tire fixes the lights, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to look in further and see what else could be going on. But there's no errors other than the acceleration error code. Under the hood. Under the hood. Yeah, it's stock, like I said. You'll notice that it is missing, if you're familiar with E46 M3s, there's a cover that goes here, and it goes over to the front here, and it sucks in air from the grills. So that's missing. I gotta find that. I'm not sure what it's called. There's probably a part number for it somewhere. So gotta get that. The angel eyes were wired in somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go back to manual focus, continuous focus. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's wired in somehow. It's not the best job. I gotta clean that up. It's wired in there and going to power. This box back here is empty, which at first threw me off. I was like, what should go in here? It is missing the covers that go over there and along the cowl and back, but some good things for the mileage. And this is why I think somebody took reasonably good care of it, probably did the things that really were needed. I mean, it's got KWV3s, so I don't know. You could just chuck those on any crappy car, but I think the things that it needs are minor, really. You can see on the headlights, it needs this weather stripping here that goes along the top. I don't know if I'm going to try to clean these up with like the new lens stuff that I did on the Civic, or if I'm just going to buy new lenses. I know you can get these for like $100, but if I can just go over it a couple times with some polish on that new lens stuff, I'm going to try that. What else do we have? What else? Yeah. Inside, you can't really see in there much. Probably not at all, but first inspection, it looks fairly clean inside. Nothing out of the norm. Got to do some fluid changes. Okay, so here's the other thing I wanted to show you guys for the mileage. The trim around the window is pretty good. All the way up, not bad. The railings there showing some wear for sure, both sides. Yeah, not sure what I'm gonna do about that. I don't really want to. If I can paint them, maybe, I don't know. And then it's got this common wear bit here. Luckily it doesn't have these strips that are needing replacing like I did on my E46 M3. Not a tough job, just kind of excruciatingly, I'll say intense, but I don't want to do it again, let's put it that way. And then the ones on the doors here, again, same thing, pretty good shape. Again, 150,000 miles on the car. 153 actually, again, and the other side. So yeah, it does have that weather stripping bit that needs to be, well, probably needs to be replaced. And this is actually all one piece that runs all around the window. Kind of shitty, but I think there's some, I've seen somebody replace this weather stripping without buying a whole new piece, which I'm gonna have to look into. Probably remove that beamerfest.com sticker. Probably put on a right foot down one. What else? I don't know if you guys can really see this. Let me zoom in a bit. the valve cover gasket is a little wet on the corner there, and I don't know when the last valve adjustment was done on this, so I'm probably going to have that done, and that'll have a new valve cover gasket at the same time, and check the Vanos bolts and all that stuff, and hopefully be all good. What else? Yeah, that's it, guys. Oh, so yeah, the KW V3s, that's probably next. Well, actually next is I need to get an alignment so I can pass state and, well, I guess I can put those wheels on there and take it to get inspected, because that's the only thing that's preventing inspection right now, state inspection right now, is that these tires are not so much that one. Well, you can see on the inside there, that would not pass. This side there, this side here, yeah, that one is the problem, more so than the other. But I want to raise it up. I want to get rid of the camber in the rear. I think I'm going to just raise it up to like a somewhat stock height. That way I can get away without having to put in camber arms or anything on the rear of the car. Get it aligned and go from there. Okay guys, thanks for staying with me and checking out the M3. Hopefully you're going to stick around and see what comes up in the future. Ah, that was terrible. Okay guys, I know I was all over the place on this video. Thanks for sticking with me though. Yeah, there's gonna be more to come, so subscribe, check it out, and if you have a high mileage SMG, let me know how many miles you have on yours. And I haven't had any problems with mine. I hope I don't have any problems with this one, but yeah, that's it. Thanks guys, catch you later.